do you imagine this door looks like?
It's rounded on the top.
Mm-hmm. It's rounded at the top.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it has some marking on it.
Mm-hmm. What do you imagine this marking is?
It looks like some language or something.
Mm-hmm. Does this marking have any particular color?
It's just black.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this door, does it open towards you or away from you? How does it open?
Opens in.
All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to open that door. And as you open that door, I'd like for you to go ahead and step in. Step into that door, and you'll be able to use your internal vision to see if you're indoors or you're outdoors. What do you notice? What does it feel like?
Feels like I'm outdoors.
Outdoors, very good. So I'd like for you to use all of your senses now and begin to feel this environment. And tell me, is it daytime or nighttime?
I think it's daytime.
Daytime, very good. And in this place where you're outdoors, do you have a body there? Sense it. Feel if you are in a body or you're just floating. What do you sense?
I must have a body, but I don't sense one.
Okay, very good. So even if you don't have a body, we'll be able to explore this place, and we'll find out later. So I'd like for you to begin to use all of your imagination and look around this place. What's the first thing that you notice? What kind of place is this? Is it a nature place? Is it a city? What does it feel like?
It feels like nature.
Nature, very good. So in this nature place, do you feel that you are surrounded by nature, or is it an open space? What does it feel like?
It's an open space.
Okay.
With trees around it.
Okay, very good. So I'd like for you now to just sense a sense of movement. Can you move within this place? Do you feel that you can move around?
Yes.
All right. So let's move around and begin to explore. What do you notice next? What catches your attention? What's the first thing that comes into your mind?
It's like an opening, or there's round opening, or like maybe people gather.
All right, very good. So I'd like for you to use all of your senses and sense if there's any people gathering now around you.
It looks empty.
It's empty. Now in this place where people gather, what is your role in this place? What do you do there?
And there's ceremonies there.
There are ceremonies there. Do you partake in these ceremonies?
I think so.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to now close this scene and go to a scene in which one of those ceremonies is being done. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, I'll tap your forehead, and I want you to be in the midst of a ceremony. Take a deep breath in now. 1, 2, and 3. Be there now. What's happening?
Well, there's a fire in the center.
A fire in the center.
And there's people in a circle.
do these people look like? How are they dressed? What do you notice first?
They don't have shirts on.
No shirts. Are these male and female?
Both.
Both. And in this circle, are they moving around the circle or just standing there?
Some are sitting, some are moving. There's a ceremony. It's music.
Okay.
I think drums. And there's paint on the skins of the people.
Okay. Are there any particular designs that these paints have?
Many different designs.
Okay. What colors do you see?
It's mostly a charcoal color.
Okay.
The color of the skin is dark.
Dark skin. So I'd like for you to just put your hand out and see what color is your skin.
Dark.
Dark. And this hand that you're looking at, is it a male or female hand?
I think it's male.
Male. And how old are you there?
35.
35. Very good. And take a look at your own body and tell me what your body looks like.
And very strong. Muscular. No hair.
No hair?
No hair on the body, on the arms.
Okay, very good. Take a look at your feet. What do your feet look like?
I have no shoes on.
No shoes. Okay. Do you notice anything else? Do you have paint on yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And what does that paint signify to you?
It's some sort of decorations.
Mm-hmm.
That celebrate life.
Very good. So I'd like for you to take me through this ceremony and tell me what it is that you do with the others around this fire.
This is a ceremony for the full moon.
Of the full moon?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a gathering that the whole community comes to celebrate the full moon.
Mm-hmm. So connect with your emotions. How do you feel about this?
It's a joyous
Mm-hmm.
celebration. Connecting with nature.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And as you look around the ceremony, how many people do you imagine are there?
At least 50.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Are they from your own village or are there others?
It's just the same village.
Same
one
village. Mm-hmm. Very good. So let me know if there's anything significant about this other than the being in the ceremony. Do you notice anything else? Connect with your emotion.
I think I'm the leader.
You're the leader. Mm-hmm. So as you look at all of these around you, I want you to feel the feeling of all these people. How do you feel towards them?
We're all family.
Mm-hmm. And as you look around this circle of family, look into their eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. Are there any there in your family that you recognize in the lifetime of Scott? Do any seem familiar to you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Who do you see?
Oh, I see my stepchildren and my current wife.
And as you look at them, you'll understand your role in their life there. What role do you have in their life?
It's a similar role.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
They're younger and I'm older.
Mm-hmm.
I have experience and I'm teaching them.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Is there anything else or anybody else that you see in this circle of people there?
No.
No. Now, I'd like for you to listen for your name. What do they call you? How do they address you?
I don't know.
Okay, very good. We'll just leave that then. So what we're going to do now is we're going to close that scene and we're going to move to another scene in that same lifetime that affected you. Something significant has happened. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, we'll be at that event. Take a deep breath in now. 1, 2, and 3. Be there now. Be at that event and tell me where you are.
Somebody got hurt.
Somebody got hurt. Mm-hmm. How did they get hurt?
It was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
And fell and broke their leg, I think.
Mm-hmm. And what is your responsibility to him?
Well, to take care.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to tell me how it is that you take care of this injured family member. What do you do next?
Oh, they're relying on me to know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to take him back to the village, and we make up a splint.
Mm-hmm. Is this your responsibility, or are there others that take care of that?
Well, I think as the leader, it's my responsibility.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about this responsibility?
It's fine.
Very good. Is there anything else important about this event?
No, just they're relying on me.
Okay, very good. So let's close this scene now and let's move to the next important scene of that lifetime. When something significant is happening, be there now. Where are you?
There's a ceremony, somebody's getting married.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's my daughter.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling this day?
I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to go ahead and take in that emotion and see how that's affecting your life.
It's the next generation that will lead the tribe.
Mm-hmm. So besides the marriage, is there another type of giving up of roles in this?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But it's coming.
It's coming. Very good. So I'd like for you now to move to that time when it is time to pass on the baton of leadership. What happens?
What happens in death?
Mm-hmm. Where are you?
I'm lying down.
How old are you there?
$67.
Mm-hmm. Check in with your body. What's going on with your body that's leading you to this death? What's happening?
I'm just lying there knowing that it's time.
Mm-hmm. So as you're lying there, are you by yourself or are there others with you?
No, there's others there.
Okay. So look around and see who is there with you at this very important moment.
They're all there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
What are you feeling?
fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
Okay. So at the time of your passing, I'd like for you to go ahead and take a deep breath in and allow your spirit to leave that body. And as you do, you'll be able to see that life from a different perspective. You'll be able to see it as a whole and see all of the things that occurred in that lifetime. How do you feel about that life? What do you learn about it?
It was a good life.
Mm-hmm. What lessons did you learn from that lifetime?
Responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And how to live for each other.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like for you to continue on your journey now and tell me what happens after you leave that lifetime. Where do you go to next? What happens to your soul?
Go to the light.
All right. Tell me what happens. Is there anyone there to greet you? I want you to use all of your senses. What
There
happens?
may be someone in the light.
All right.
Who's enjoying the light.
Go ahead and enjoy it, and tell me what it feels like to enjoy that light. What does it feel like?
Feels like love.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to go ahead and bask yourself in that love. Allow that love to just reach every little bit of your essence, illuminating it, charging it up with love. Connect with the emotion of that love. And in this feeling of love, do you seem to have a body there?
No.
No. What kind of body do you feel that you have? What is your essence?
I have a light body.
A light body. Mm-hmm. Look at this body.
It's not a physical body.
Mm-hmm. Does it look at all like the body you left behind?
No.
No. So with this new type of body, you can travel even easier and faster. So let's continue through that light and see who you meet. Are there any others that are like you in that light? Just drift and float through that light. Let's see if you could find your guide. What are you sensing?
Just a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm. Take it all in.
I think I am the guide.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So as the guide, can you tell me what it is that this lifetime, why that lifetime was so important as this leader?
I think it's just another experience.
Mm-hmm.
Just another role to play.
And
Mm-hmm.
Another role to play?
To learn.
To learn.
Just to learn.
And how is that lifetime affecting the lifetime of Scott now?
It's pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a similar role, just in a different culture.
Okay, very good. And why has he chosen to come back once again in this leadership role? What did he need to learn this time?
I think it's the continuation of the last life. It's his nature.
Mm-hmm.
Play that role many times.
Is there another lifetime that is affecting him now? Because he came here almost feeling very different. Almost like he wants to go back home. Not the same as others.
Yes, there is.
All right. So I'm going to count from 5 back to 1. With each number, I want you to go ahead and take him to that lifetime so that he can experience why it is that he feels so different. When I get to number 1, I'll tap your forehead and you'll be in that lifetime. So take a deep breath in and propel yourself on 5 through time and space to that lifetime. So different. 4. Drifting through time and space. 3. To another time. 2. Allow the images to come. And 1. Be there now. Allow yourself to acclimate to this space. And tell me, is it indoors or outdoors where you are?
I think it's indoors.
Indoors, very good. And indoors, do you feel that you have a body there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Check out your body. Does it feel young? Does it feel old? How does it feel, this body?
It's middle age.
Middle age. Is it male or female?
It's male.
Mm-hmm. So let's take a look at this body. I want you to just look at your hands, your feet. What do they look like?
I'm a bird.
I'm a bird. Okay, very good.
A blue avian.
A blue avian. So can you describe to me what you look like? Starting with your feet. What color are your feet?
They're bird feet.
Mm-hmm. And describe.
They're tan.
Mm-hmm. And what do your legs look like? Are they bird
They're bird.
legs? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do they have any feathers on them?
Not in the lower part.
Not in the lower part. Very good. And let's take a look at your body. What does your body look like?
It's a bird body.
Mm-hmm.
With beautiful eyes.
Mm-hmm. What do your eyes look like?
Blue.
Mm.
They're blue.
Beautiful. How big are you? Are you a small bird or a large bird?
No, pretty large.
Large. Very good. And do you have any hands? Or do you just have wings?
I don't see any hands.
Okay, very good. Look at the top of your head. What does that look like?
Blue feather.
Blue feather. Very good. So you said you were indoors. Where is this place where you are? Look around you and describe this place. What's the first thing you notice? I want you to use all of your senses.
I feel like I'm in some sort of building, or it's rounded walls.
Rounded walls, very good.
Like white color.
Do you notice anything in these walls or on them?
No, everything is just clean. It's smooth and.
Anything to sit on?
Yeah, I think there's no furniture.
What do you notice?
I can't see it. It could be a craft of some type. It could be a building. I can't tell.
Okay, so I want you to go ahead and begin to zoom out of that building. Imagine yourself zooming out, and you'll be able to see it from the outside. What is this building? What does it look like? Where is this building?
It's on a planet.
On a planet, okay.
Yeah. But I can't see much. I can see that it's sitting in an open area.
Okay. Now this open area, does it have any vegetation or is it rocks? How would you describe it?
It's pretty barren.
Barren. And what is the color that you notice? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? If you could give this planet a color.
It's like sand color almost.
Very good. Now, as you look at this building on this barren planet, do you see any others like you around or any others?
Yes.
Okay, what do they look like?
Same.
Same. And what are you doing on this planet? Is this where you live?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we're traveling or moving a base or something.
All right. So let's find out what it is that you're doing there. We're going to close this scene, and I'm going to have you then go to the next scene that will give you the answer to what you're doing there. You'll be able to get the explanation. So just take a deep breath in. 1, 2, and 3. See yourself there now.
I think we're exploring.
You're exploring. How many of you are there?
There's 7.
And what is your role in this exploration?
We're monitoring different places. We're making assessments of progress. Different places.
And how is it that you affect these planets when you explore them?
Well, collecting data, so we try not to interfere too much.
Okay. And in this planet where you are right now, are there any other beings that live there?
Not this planet.
Not this planet.
One nearby.
One nearby, okay. And how is it that you travel throughout these planets? What do you use? I want you to see it.
I don't know. I know it's just easy. It's like
easy.
No problem at all.
It's no problem.
We just go.
Okay. Are you using your own body to go to these planets? Or do you take a vehicle with you?
We take a vehicle.
Okay.
And then when we're close enough, we don't need the vehicle anymore.
Okay, you're just there on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. And what role do you play with the other 7? Are you equal to them, or are you leading them? What is your role there?
I have a specific responsibility.
Okay, what is your responsibility? What is your specialty? See yourself doing it.
We are evaluating the progress, development of different planets, and also seeing genetic expressions where they're put there before.
Yes. Do you have anything to do with these genetic expressions? Or do you just monitor them?
I'm monitoring them.
Okay.
But we were involved in some modifications.
What kind of modifications do you do to a planet?
Sometimes it's placing information in the DNA. Other times it's creating new variations of life.
Very good.
Which we're allowed to do.
Okay, very good. Is there anything else important about this planet in which we are visiting right now?
Oh, they're all so beautiful.
Tell me more.
We have a connection with these planets.
Tell me about this connection.
It has to do with the development of the soul. And the timelines are connected. We have a futuristic view of in some ways we help guide the development.
So how is it
it's a creative process.
Okay. How is it that you can evolve a soul? What is it that you do?
We just create the environment for the souls to have the experiences they need.
Ah, okay. Do you influence the souls in any way?
No, they have their free will.
Okay. Is this free will in every planet?
It's the planets that we're responsible for.
Ah, okay. How many planets are you responsible for? Are there many?
I think 47.
47. Very good. Very good.
They're scattered in one region. But these beings are related to us.
Okay.
They're primitive versions. And we try to influence them in positive ways, but ultimately they choose. They get to choose.
How to evolve?
Yes.
Okay.
They get free choice.
Very good. So let's go further and see what happens next after you leave this planet. we're going to close the scene and go to the next very important scene from that same lifetime as this avian to see what happens next. Take a deep breath in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Be there now. Where are you? What is this place? Are you indoors or outdoors now?
I think we're on the Earth.
Where are you?
On the Earth.
On the Earth, okay.
Mm-hmm. On planet Earth.
Mm-hmm. What's happening at planet Earth right now?
A lot.
Mm-hmm. And as you look at the planet Earth, you'll be able to know what year it is. I'm going to put my hand on your forehead and I want you to tell me the year that you see. What numbers?
I see a lot of numbers.
Mm-hmm. What numbers do you see? How are those numbers being reflected?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's in the 1950s, 40s.
Very good. So as you are on this planet, what's happening? What is your responsibility on the planet now?
Well, there's a lot of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And there's influences, both positive and negative.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to help with the positive influence.
So how is it that you interact with those?
Well, we don't interact.
Okay, so how is it that you
Our
influence?
vibration is too high.
Okay. So tell me what you do. What's happening?
We are encouraging a higher vibration.
Mm-hmm.
We're encouraging positive energy.
How do you do that?
Just by being there.
Okay. And when you say that you are on the planet, are you physically on the planet?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so physically.
Mm-hmm. So is there anyone in particular that you connect with when you are working on planet Earth?
No.
No. So
Anyone who will vibrate at that high level.
Okay. So I'd like for you to look around and see if there's anybody that has vibrated at that high level who is picking up your signal.
I see many, many, many people
Mm-hmm.
spread out all over.
Mm-hmm. And as they pick up the signal, what happens to their life?
It's a frequency vibration.
Mm-hmm.
It charges them.
Do they notice any different?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What kind of differences?
It's a subtle frequency of life, of love.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like shining a light. The more the connections there, the brighter the light.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So as you're looking at all this chaos, what happens next? Do you leave the earth? Do you go somewhere else?
We have a steady presence there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we have people coming and going.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like for you to just look at the aspect that you are and tell me how it is that you are connected to the lifetime of Scott. Are you?
Oh, he's one of us.
He's one of you. Okay. So can you tell me, are you an aspect of Scott?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like for you now to see yourself right before you decided to come back as a human on this earth. I'd like for you to just move through time and space and see how that decision was made to come here. Who you met with, how the decision was made. What happened?
It was a consensual
Mm-hmm.
discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Those who want to come can come, although the need is there. So they're encouraging people from that planet to come.
Mm-hmm. And when their soul comes, is it complete or does a part of them stay in that avian? How does that work?
I think part is still in the avian.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like for you to now go to the moment right before the birth of this body to see if there were any ideas, any orders, any mission statements that the soul needed to accomplish while he was here on earth. What is the reason for coming into this lifetime?
To spread light.
Mm-hmm.
But when birth happens, it's a big disconnection.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking disconnection.
Why do we have to have such a disconnect from who we are?
I think it's a human experience.
Mm-hmm. Why would he have chosen this human experience here at this time?
This is a big time of change.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me about this change? What's happening? What's occurring on this planet that's changing?
There's a big shift.
Mm-hmm. This shift, is it a physical shift?
It's an energetic shift.
Okay.
But there's resistance. And people have to make a choice.
Tell me more. What is this choice?
It's a choice between light and darkness.
But if this soul came from such a highly advanced place where he was spreading the light, why would he need to make a choice? Why wouldn't he just know coming in? How does that work? Why would we have even the light in the dark?
It's the density of the vibration.
Mm-hmm.
It creates an illusion of separateness. It causes fear.
Mm-hmm. What else?
It's a challenge. It's a challenge to forget and remember.
Mm-hmm. So he tells me now that he has never felt like anybody else. He always feels different. Why is it that he would feel this way?
Because he's used to a lighter planet. He's used to a higher vibration.
Mm-hmm.
He's used to more connection, more love, more light.
Mm-hmm. Which is why when he went through the love of the light, it felt so good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So what does he need to do with this knowledge of being different?
Just accept it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Now he also tells me that he has abilities to be able to know what's coming next. Where is that coming from?
Just tuning in.
Mm-hmm.
We all need to tune in.
Mm-hmm. Is this his own personal abilities, or does everybody have this?
Everybody.
So how can everybody tune in more to what Scott has already been doing, this knowing of what's coming next? How is that done?
It comes from inside.
Mm-hmm.
You have to connect to their own being.
Mm-hmm.
Connect to your source.
Yes. But he went through a time when he didn't want to create anymore. He felt that when he created something,
it's a reaction to being stuck here.
Okay. So what would you recommend for him in the future now that he's thinking of doing different things? Should he stop himself?
He needs a balance
Mm-hmm.
between time alone
Mm-hmm.
and serving others.
Mm-hmm. Well, he seems to have been serving others quite a bit. Not being able to say no.
And he has that problem.
Mm-hmm. Where does that come from?
You could say it's a weakness, but it comes from being bathed in the light.
Okay. So, how can he move forward in life now? With this knowledge of being bathed in the light, of being connected, in order for him to move forward, to give himself more time, to follow his dreams of spending more time in nature.
It's about boundaries.
What does he need to do?
Creating boundaries.
Okay.
Learning how to say no.
Okay.
Even though you want to give.
Mm-hmm. So in what area of Scott's life should he now say no?
He needs to create a schedule where time is set aside for introspection and time with nature. And then he doesn't have to say no.
Okay, good. And if he spends more time in nature, how is that going to help him progress?
It's recharging.
Okay.
It's balancing. It's filling up so that it can be used in the world.
Good. Now this filling up of time and space with introspection, does he need to move to another place to do this? Can he do it right there? What do you recommend?
He'll be spending his time in various places.
With the traveling?
Traveling and doing various things in different places.
Okay.
It's not important to have a home base, but he probably will.
Okay. So it doesn't really matter where he lives because he's going to be moving?
He should follow the flow of his life.
Okay, good.
Yeah, don't hold on. Just go with it.
Okay. But he wanted to be able to focus on what's going to happen in the next 20 years. And this seems to be contrary to what you're saying, where you're going with the flow and not focusing at all.
That's his mind trying to control things.
So what do you tell him about the next 20 years?
Time doesn't matter.
So does he need to focus on anything, any of his energy on anything in particular?
It's all unfolding. Just be in the present moment.
Just be in the present moment. Very good. Now, he spends quite a bit of time with his spiritual practices, meditating. What is the best practice for him to connect to this higher vibration? What's the most effective for him?
He's doing fine. He can just continue his practice. Just go deeper.
Good. And these studies that he's doing right now with hypnosis, is this helping him at all?
This is very important for this time.
Okay. Can you tell him why?
This connects people to a part of their being that they don't know exists. It opens up possibilities, gets them unstuck. And it's the next step for many people's awakening.
Okay. So will he be doing more of this in the future to help other people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Now we question the ascension, or the awareness of the ascension. Can you explain to him a little bit about the ascension and where he is?
The ascension is very mysterious. It's not supposed to be fully known.
Okay. So how do you know if you're being held back from it? Because he'll leave here today wondering, is he being held back? Is he moving forward?
Don't be afraid. Fear is what holds you back. Trust. Trust your heart.
And how is Scott's heart?
He can trust it.
He can trust it. Very good. Now I know he's going to listen to this recording and wonder if it's just his imagination. I'd like for you to explain to him a little bit about why he needed to see this lifetime of a leader, of an explorer, of an avian. What is the importance of these 2 lifetimes we saw? How is it impacting him?
Connects dots, connects the past and the future and the present. It creates order, a way of understanding how this is all unfolding. But in the end, it's perfect.
Good. He's doing well.
We all are.
Good. Now I know that Scott traveled quite a bit to get here. Why did you bring him to this session? What did he need to hear today?
This is the next logical step for him in his unfoldment. He needs to understand why these things in the past happened and put them in perspective. He needs to understand why he has always felt different. And we know this is his home.
Good. Is there anything else that he needs to know?
Have more patience. And don't let fear interfere with your life choices.
Very good. Is there anything else that you would like to assist Scott with today? Are we complete?
He's not alone. We're always here with him. His people, all part of a force he can access from within himself. So spend some time alone and reconnect.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your assistance today. Alive and wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back. Oh. How do you feel?
Feel a lot of energy.
Feel a lot of energy?
Yeah, feel a lot of energy.
Give me some shungite for a little bit, and that way it'll ground you. Let's hold on to this. Bring you back to planet Earth. Wow. How do you feel?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You did well.
Did I?
You didn't know you needed to go too many places. You got your answers really fast.
Yeah.
A leader? Tribal leader? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're doing now, pretty much. You got your tribe.
Yep.
Whether you want to or not, you kept adding to the family members.
Exactly.
And then, this avian that is an explorer and one that spreads light. And that's why you feel that disconnect of, why am I here? This place is too dense. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. But you are still connected to that. Did you feel that that was a future life?
I felt like time was so blurry.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Timeless.
Yeah. It was like when you said time, I was like, what's that?
Yeah, I felt almost like you were trying to grasp a timeline.
Yeah.
I was having trouble with the timelines because it doesn't exist in that time space.
Exactly.
That's what I was getting from you. It's like, I'm seeing them like checking, is it this timeline or this timeline? It's like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
And I almost felt like it was almost future.
Yeah, it might have been.
You know?
Yeah,
coming
might
back.
have been. Yeah, it was all time at the same time.
Yes.
So it was hard when you said, what is the date? To try to split it up.
It wasn't.
It was like...
I felt it was like they're trying to figure out the timeline. It's like, but that doesn't exist where we are.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, asking a question that I'm like, it doesn't have an answer.
But this is a very good experience for you if you're going to be doing sessions with other people. And they're a little confused. You can't really place time sometimes.
Exactly.
It doesn't exist in that place. So
yeah, very interesting.
I think you got your answers, which is basically stop focusing on a plan and just go with it.
Right. And don't be afraid.
It's just going to happen.
Yeah, and that's what the mind does. It gets ahead because it's afraid. It wants a plan.
Yeah.
Give me an answer before it happens. You know, I want to know ahead of time.
And it's not like that.
It doesn't work like that.
You flow exactly to what you need.
Exactly.
It was very beautiful. I thought it was a great session.
Yeah.
Short, sweet. How long do you think it was? How did it feel to you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe 35 minutes.
It's an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
I have no idea of time.
Do you remember everything? Was it clear?
No.
No?
I don't remember everything. I mean, in a way, it's like a dream where, like, it's like riding on water. Like, it'll come and then it'll go really fast. So I'm sure if I hear it again, I'll remember. It'll spur my memory.
You did great. Is this something you want to share with others, or you want to keep it private?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
I mean, what did I say? That was, I'm a bird. Do you have hands? I don't think so.
And basically, you were able to transport yourself energetically.
Yeah. I don't think
it was cool.
Yeah.
It's not like this avian didn't live in the same time space that we do, so we think of things that we have to travel to.
Right.
And they didn't. They just like, okay, we're there.
Right. And it's funny when you say, like, what are you doing there? It's like, what do you mean, what are we doing? We're here. That's what we're doing. Our presence. That's what it is.
And that's something that it's really important to understand, because sometimes just our presence being there is all
you need. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Scott, this was very successful.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Had you ever been hypnotized before?
No.
No. So did you expect it to feel like this?
No. It is completely a new experience for me. Yeah.
And the funny thing is that Scott is a hypnotist. You are a QHHT practitioner. But you had never experienced what it's like to be in hypnosis.
No.
Because
I missed that part of the training.
So now that you have experienced it, and this was not a QHHT session, by the way. As you saw, Scott, we used a totally different induction with you. Totally different.
Yeah. Very different. Very different.
Very different.
Yeah. It was almost like before I knew it, I was under. I couldn't follow what you were doing, and next thing you know, I was in a trance. So. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
What you're seeing here are not QHHT sessions. QHHT does a totally different induction, as you know, and we do different things throughout the session, so it's not the same. So now that we've had this, what was the most impactful thing about this session for you?
What did I like the most? Well, the information was important to me, so it can make sense of some of the things I'm going through and help me to give me confidence to do and move forward in the right way. But if you had to ask me what was the best part, it was when I went into the light.
You seem to have been like, whoa, this is I love this. I went
into the light. I want to stay here, you know.
Don't move me from here. I just want to...
Go to your next life. Why?
No, I think I like it here.
Yeah.
So where is it that you're located in case somebody wants to find you?
Yeah, so I have a clinic. I'm also an acupuncturist, and I have a clinic in Gainesville, Florida. It's called Still Point Therapy.
So if you want to see Scott, if you want to do some acupuncture, or you want to do a QHHT session, here's the man for you, okay? So do you recommend?
I recommend it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Feels
absolutely.
pretty good. And after the session, do you feel like you perhaps can do a few things a little bit different?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think both practice and being under trance yourself are both very important learning experiences.
So what recommendations do you have for other practitioners out there who are doing this?
I would say to get as much experience as you can, but learn other techniques. Look into other areas. There's so many things you'll come across with a patient in trance, and so the more tools you have, the better off you are.
That's right. That's right. Don't ever stop at one thing, and just keep practicing. That's all. That's all I tell all of the people who are doing these hypnosis sessions. So if you want to get a hold of me, just go to albaweinman.com. I send out a newsletter, and on that newsletter you will get a link to sessions. That's how you did it. How many times did you try?
3.
3.
Yeah.
And some people have been trying for like 3 years. So you're pretty...
I think I got it last week.
Yeah.
So keep looking at your emails.
Yes. So this was a fast one. We had some extra appointments, so we opened them up. So that's how he got it. But keep trying. And if not, go to one of my events. I do have gatherings all around the world. And this is where you meet like-minded individuals who also feel totally different and alone. And you can meet and we can spread our light together, and you're going to have a blast there. We do past life regressions. We do activities, channeling your higher self. You're going to love it. So I hope you enjoyed the session. It was nice and sweet. And until the next time, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Alba.
Give me that hug.